Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. Let's play episode 162. In our last episode, right before we left off, we managed to break the mechanical filter that we had just set up. So now we are going to have to go through and fix it again. Shouldn't be that hard, but let's get that working and then we can start doing some other stuff. Saw that we ended up sending a little bit of oxygen down this pipe, which we didn't want to, and ended up sending a little bit of CO2 down this pipe. And now we're sending some hydrogen down here, which is not what we want. I want to get all these pumps turned off. Thank you. Alright. So we just sent a bunch of junk down here, which we didn't want to do. But we are going to go ahead now and... yeah, go through and delete any pipes here that have something that isn't oxygen in them. This will all just clear out. That's fine. This is empty. Empty, 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 empty. All these are empty. Alright. Alright. This should be enough to restart this system, or pretty close to it. Okay. Ventilation, gas pipe. That was a really dumb thing for us to do, but... oh, what the... no. Okay. Ventilation. That isn't ventilation. Ventilation, gas pipe. Here we go. Igneous rock is fine. Hook up these like so. We'll go ahead and say priority 7 or something here. It's fine with me. Alright. So these should go around, and then we will set this back to 1 gram per second. The problem that we had was that we had these two systems connected, and it was pushing stuff into here and messing things up. Yeah, I need to change this to 1 gram per second. Get that change, please. Is someone coming to change this? What's going on here? 1,000 milligrams. Alright. Alright, fair enough. Let's go ahead and then take our gas pump here and enable this. I think we'll probably just get enough oxygen at the start that we'll be able to prime it without having to do anything complicated. We need to prime this with oxygen again, is the issue. We automatically got some hydrogen there. Yeah, we're gonna have to reset this again. Okay. Let's go ahead and deconstruct this gas pipe to prevent things from flowing out of the system. Deconstruct this. Okay. Actually, it might be easier just to bridge from here. Yeah, I need to reprime the system. Okay. So, deconstruct this. Deconstruct this. Get this turned off. This will all just flow this way for now. And deconstruct. Deconstruct. How are we doing, guys? Yeah, we need to reprime this with oxygen. We let it get messed up the first time, and now we'll fix it. I don't care if a little bit seeps out. We're not really being strict about these gases. We're just going to repair the damage that happens over here. Alright. So this should all... deconstruct that pipe. Oxygen, oxygen. Deconstruct this hydrogen. Okay. Now I think we're set. We're going to reprime it using this oxygen that we have here. Should be good. Let's go ahead and start rebuilding our piping. Ventilation, gas pipe, igneous rock. Right back across like so. Oh, I did want to fully prime the system. Let's not do the same mistake. Yeah, deconstruct this as well. That way we can get all of these to have 1 gram of oxygen in them. Because if we do it this way, we'll still only prime the stuff that we have already primed. If that makes any sense. Okay. A little bit of unnecessary headache. Just because we did our ventilation a little bit incorrect. When we switched the priority, which line was the priority line. We can still make this a priority line. We just need to engineer it differently. Right, if we want this to go to both of them and not just have it go to the one. In fact, you know what? Let's, for now... do I want to change this? No, we'll leave it like this. Okay. Ventilation, gas pipe, igneous rock. Let's finish this up, and then it'll finish priming the system. And then we should be good to go. This has gotten a little bit warmer, but that's it. A lot of idle dupes. I kind of want to work on that. So this has overflowed into here. Great. Good amount of sour gas here, even though none of the temperatures... Basically, there is sort of a thing that we could kind of exploit if we cared to. But yeah, I also want to go down into here. Dig out like so. Is this unreachable? Unreachable. Yeah, go ahead and set up a little bit of scaffolding here as well. Is this granite? Alright. Make that out of granite then. Okay. Cool. So took us a little while, but I think we have fixed the problem over here. Now we have a little bit of hydrogen right here, 8 grams. Okay, we need to deconstruct this. This is the only one left. Ventilation, gas pipe, igneous rock. Hook this back up. And then ventilation, gas pipe, igneous rock. We can go down like so. And then I think we will have a system spoke off here. Yeah, why not? Have it supply both of these, I guess. So let's work on that. So the correct way to do this, or a more correct way, not the only correct way, but a correct way to do this, is that we will add a gas bridge right here. And have gas pipe, igneous rock, have this come down like so. Right? So then basically what will happen is it'll reach this bridge, and it will say, go to this one if possible. And then any excess will come down here, and it'll say, if you can hop to here, then hop to here, and otherwise wait. And the system will work decently well like this. We still kind of have this issue that these two are going to push against each other a little bit, but yeah, this should be fine. This one should have the priority in most circumstances. Okay. So let's go ahead and turn these all back on. Get this all going. How much of my storage have I used up during this? A little bit. What do I have in here? Just a bunch of junk. Bunch of random junk. That's fine. Okay. So this is all going. I'm going to go ahead and cancel the sweep order for this. Let's also get our guys to work. We have a bunch of idle dupes right now, which we don't really need. I'm still interested in knowing where these floral scents are coming from. Oh. Is this where it's happening? No, Mirthleaf is the one that doesn't do it. How am I getting any floral scent germs? Is the question. Where are the floral scents coming from? This is a new addition to the game, so I'm not... I understood it was only Buddy Buds that made them, but we have still some germs sitting around here, which is interesting. But I have no idea what the source of these would be. Doesn't appear to be the Bristle Blossoms. As far as I know, it's just Buddy Buds. And it should be pretty obvious when there's a Buddy Bud. We'll see a big old bloom of pink. Okay. Well, I need to get these duplicates to work. Yeah, it's interesting that we've gotten sour gas here. I think my theory was last time that it is from dripping of crude oil onto a hot surface. It's possibly it. There's something with the drip physics that's a little bit buggy. We're going to start mining out this stuff. I'll go ahead and say that we can just leave any of this stuff here. And basically our last step to getting this cooker going is we're going to replace this abyssalite tile with an obsidian one. And then all of this heat from this huge pool of magma, which is actually really big, will then slowly start coming out into here. And through that we'll be able to slowly heat up this whole thing. It's possible I want this to be an insulated tile. We'll see. Maybe like I could just make it an insulated obsidian tile, for example. Chose obsidian for its melting point. Okay. What are we doing here? Oxygen coming in. That's fine. There's a slickster up here somehow. How did I get a slickster up here? Wait, what happened here? How did I get a slickster up here? I think somebody was ranching this and they just didn't. They just kind of left it. Okay. That's interesting. He's tame, starving to death. You know what? I have tons of tame slicksters already. I have basically my limit down here. So we're gonna turn you into meat, buddy. I'm sorry. Let's see. What else do I want to do? Okay. Let's also work a little bit on our retrofit up here. We've pumped out all the water. Need to mop up just a little bit left here. Yeah. I think we're also looking to just sweep out any of this. We can go ahead and deconstruct this now. We can deconstruct most of this, honestly. Get this all out of here. Let's also go ahead and sweep up any of this. Get this out of here. Temperatures are reasonable. What is this at? 123. Okay. So we're going to want to turn on our active cooling system relatively soon. 14 combat for the one slickster. Okay. Let's also start clearing out this area. And clear out this area if we can. And let's also start clearing out these, because we're going to retrofit this into a another liquid oxygen setup. Let's install some of this. Okay. Let me go back down. Let's seal off our electrolyzer room now. Base, insulated tile, ceramic. Boom, boom. Okay, so this, yeah, this is working pretty well. Right, all the oxygen getting put into our mechanical filter. Man, how did I get... Now I have one little thing of carbon dioxide. What happened here? How did carbon dioxide get onto my line? That is annoying. Apparently I had one packet that wasn't primed in the system. I don't want to shut it down for one packet, because there's a decent chance that this thing will just go out. Well, no, because now it's at 1 gram. It's always going to be a flaw in the system, isn't it? Oy. Alright, well, our mechanical filter is slightly broken. It will occasionally accept some carbon dioxide. Apparently, one of the pipes did have 1 gram of carbon dioxide in it. But on the plus side, what's going to happen with this carbon dioxide, because this room is sealed off now and there's no CO2 in it, we're never actually going to get CO2. Actually, is there? Oh, there's a little bit because we had to finish up this wall. But once this is all sealed off, the CO2 won't be able to get in here. And so it'll only be oxygen and hydrogen, and that'll just be kind of just a dead spot rather than like a wrong spot in our mechanical filter. Lesson of the story is just don't mess up your mechanical filters when you first build them. That is the main point to make there. Man, this is getting a little bit full. What do I want to do here? Yeah, I think we want to start pumping out some of the stuff. I don't know where, though. Also need to pump out this. Yeah, it's filling up because of this. Oy. We need more space. We need more space. We're already draining from here, right? So this is going out, and this is all just being pumped from here. I have no power to the system anymore, though, do I? I guess I do. Because these are still on, so this will be pumping. Yeah, we're just letting it overflow right now, which is not great for us. We'd kind of rather use this for something. Anything. But I don't really know what I want to use it for right now. Like, what is the... We're pumping more into here. But I already have a pretty good backup of water here. Like, this is already running at a pretty efficient state. We'd be running it at just a less efficient state for no real reason. Lots of options here with how we want to use this excess water. I probably should just be capping the system off at this point. Okay, in any case, let's just focus on getting this done, actually. Let's just focus on this system right here. So what do I need to change here? Well, a few things. First, I need to dig out this final spot right here. And then I can just access the rest of this area from like over here, which would be fine. Yeah, we'll just dig in through here once we're done with all this. Yeah, where do I want to access this place from? So we want to dig out this, get this drained, and then we will dig in here. And I think what we want to do is basically say ladder, make this out of igneous rock, which is fine. Do I care about creating an access point right now? When would I ever access this is the question. I think I don't. We just want to get this dug out. Set this to be a higher priority, because basically the plan is we're going to have our petroleum be just sort of skim itself off the top here and go down to here, right? That is the ideal. And then we can cool down this area if we want. We can do stuff with this area, but basically we're going to access it from someplace like over here, or have a little thing right here that draws it up, cools it off, that we can build just in this area right here. But the important part is just getting this. I want to see if the cooking works, right? That's the big question mark. Will this be a practical way of accomplishing this? Okay, so I want to set up insulated tile down across like so. And hopefully no duplicant puts themselves on the wrong side of this. But this is going to be the heart of this sort of experimental design. And let's, I guess, also add a little bit more insulation while we're at it. Yeah, let's just build some insulation across here as well. Not that it's hugely important, but I do want to try and isolate the heat from the system as well. I don't want just my entire oil system getting too hot. Because this, again, this is going to be a design that is meant to be something that you can do in the early game, and is going to be something that you can be really easy to implement. Molten larva egg. Cool. Okay. Let's check on these new printables. What do we got? None of you have what we want. Snazzy suits it is. Alright, yeah. So I want to build insulation pretty much all the way down to here. Right? And then we will have our duplicates. I also want to have... Yeah, that's one other thing I need. Let's do insulated tile right here. We're going to build a mechanical door and put it on an automation system. That way we can control the flow of liquid down to here. That way we're not... we can basically toggle some things to try and make sure that we're just skimming off just petroleum. Because I have not tried this sort of build before. I think having a door here is still going to be one of these quick and easy things you can do early on. Like, I don't know, we don't necessarily need the automation, right? It's just going to be a bonus thing so I can kind of control and tweak this system for the moment. Okay. Okay. I think this is looking good. How are we doing here? We're getting oxygen down to our areas. Pretty well. Yeah, this works pretty nicely. This, again, is just going to be a dead spot. I don't want to shut this thing down just to get rid of that one thing. We could, but like basically it was hiding in one of these bridges, and we didn't notice it. But yeah, basically this will eventually fill up, and then it'll shunt more over to this side, and we should be good to go. How's this going? What sort of air pressure do I have? Bad air pressure. This whole area needs some oxygen, I suppose. Our entire industrial area right now is pretty close to oxygen free. Not really sure that's the way we want it. I don't want to have to build more oxygen creating facilities yet, though. Yeah, so you see the petroleum rises to the top because it's a less dense liquid compared to the crude oil. And we're going to use that, just that, to control this whole process. Right? So that way we don't need any parts that have to withstand the heat that we're about to boil the crude oil to. Right? We'll be able to get away with just having what we're putting in now. That's the goal. That's the ultimate goal. No big moving parts, no anything, just a quick and dirty build. You dig a hole, you put some obsidian at the bottom, you have an area for it to skim off to, right? And then you just collect your petroleum on the other side. That's the goal. They're taking a while to build, and this is going to be one of the downsides, I suppose, of this system that when you try and do it early, is that, again, we actually needed to spend some time setting up electrolyzers and getting all this set up. That way they have the suits and the oxygen for them. Right? That's just going to be a challenge that we're going to have to accomplish around like cycle 50 or something. But I don't think getting oxygen to an Atmos suit is the worst thing. And again, like, if you're going down into the oil biome anyways, you're going to have Atmos suits regardless. I don't think this is that much build that you have to do. We've made ours very large. I think this would work with a smaller build as well. We're testing it large because I think large is going to be more likely to work. But I think it would work with small as well. That is my theory. Let's go and just up the priority on everything here. And try and get this thing started before we end the episode. And it's going to be really simple. Again, it's just going to look like this. And it's just, we replace this one tile with something that can conduct heat. It is still interesting that we have all this sour gas in the system, even though nothing has reached the temperatures necessary to produce the sour gas, right? We're here simply because of some kind of exploity drip physics, which we're not intending to exploit, but would be a really interesting way of getting yourself quick methane, and from that natural gas, if you were doing a build where you did exploits. We're not, though. We're good guys. Oh man. My next base, keeping with the next base itis, I'm going to optimize from the start for the lag issues, because I just got way too lazy this one to keep up with them. We have just some really awkward pathing and whatnot that we just never fixed. Alright. I think I want this to go basically all the way down. Right? Most of the heating we want to have happen here. That way the petroleum gets generated here and then it rises and doesn't back up into this area here, is the idea. And then this is going to be where our oil supply is, and we're just going to have it fall down through here. This is probably too much oil at the moment, so we are going to need to control it. But at the start, you're not going to have this gigantic pool of oil. We're dripping some water into here, which is not what we want because we're just letting the system overflow, which is not what we should be doing. Yeah, maybe it's just time to... Maybe it's time to cap these bad boys. You know? Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Before we end the episode, let's just stop this thing from getting any crazier. Insulated tile, ceramic, cap from here, and then we'll cap from this side, and we'll just let these fill up. I've got so much water at this point. This seed was crazy. This seed was insane in terms of water. Normally you just do not have this much free water on the map, but in this case we did. So much that I just can't keep up with it. Okay. Delivering the last of the ceramic. Then I'm going to open up the oil, I believe. I guess we could do this first. Both should go pretty quickly. And whether or not this is a success is going to be dependent upon how contained the heating is, right? If this whole area is just going to slowly boil, then that's not good. But if this is sufficient to keep it kind of contained, and we can just have a little cooling area over here to reduce the petroleum to whatever temperature is kind of workable, then it should be fine, right? Because a cooling thing is not going to have a lot of moving parts exposed to heat either. We're just basically going to have a pipe carrying something cold like hydrogen, and it's going to cool it down to whatever, and then we run through it. Okay. We can deconstruct some of this stuff as well. Whatever. Not a priority. Okay. Got all these suits basically filled up at this point. Because now we're filling this area up. We've got this one done. And once, the way that we've built this, once this system kind of has enough oxygen in it, what's going to happen is that excess oxygen is going to just flow out. It's possible I actually want to replace this with a door. That way I can come in here and just disable this. Because right now I have this as the power supply, which is also what is charging our transit. Wait, no, I changed that, right? Okay, good. Then we'll just disable this when we want to disable the system. Once I have these areas, once I have these two reservoirs filled with oxygen, we're just going to shut down this, or disable this, this coal generator. Standby at 90, active at 10. Something like that. Okay. This is all built. Okay, cool. So now let's do the final steps, and then we'll end the episode. Insulated tile, we'll make it out of obsidian. Build one right here. Priority 8. And then I want to dig out this area here, basically. Yeah, but I think I want to put in my door first. Let's go and work on that. Base. Manual airlock. We'll make this out of steel, because I don't know what the temperatures will get to. They could get pretty hot. I guess technically I want to put it right here, don't I? Yeah. Deconstruct this. Okay. And now base, manual airlock, make this out of steel. Just go like this. And then we're going to say automation, automation wire, run a little bit of steel. Oh, wait, I don't have an automation port on my mechanical doors. I need them to be the other one. Yeah, I'm using a manual airlock, aren't I? That's incorrect, isn't it? So replacing this, we technically don't have to, but I do want just a little bit of insulation here. That way this is a little bit slower of a process. Okay, so this heated up pretty quickly. Inside tile is a little bit too slow for our purposes, it looks like. Yeah. Okay. Alright, let's replace it then. Tile, we'll just do obsidian. We'll have this heat back up again. And then let's dig out this right here. Actually, cancel this for a second. Do manual airlocks no longer have automation anymore? I need to use mechanical airlocks, don't I? What did I use up here again? Yeah, mechanical airlocks. Okay, or mechanized airlocks. I selected the wrong thing. Whoops. Yeah, we don't need manual airlock. Sorry. Yeah, we can't automate this. Yeah, wrong thing, wrong thing. Hit the wrong button. Deconstruct this, please. Priority 8. And instead, I don't remember where the automation port is on one of these doors, though. What is it over here? Automation overlay. Okay, it's to the left. Cool. Let's just set up a little sensor then. Base. Mechanized airlock. Steel. Great. Boom. Set that there. And then automation wire. We'll make this out of steel as well. This is going to go just up to here. Priority 8 on all this junk. And basically we'll be able to open and close this door as a result, is the plan. I guess I want to replace this with ceramic as well, because I just want the heating to extend to here. Sounds right. These temperatures are getting a little bit hotter, but we're gonna have this sealed off. New printables available. Man, this episode is going long. Diver's lungs, great. Welcome, nails number 2 to the crew. This is my second or third nails. We have a lot of them. A lot of duplicates, that is. Molten larva egg. Maybe I should specialize all this. Okay. Let's go ahead and say automation, Atmos sensor, make this out of steel. Slap this down right here. What is this overheat temperature? Should be around 300 degrees, which will be not quite high enough, but we'll see if this system works. If this starts heating up too much, then maybe this is not a good build. right? Because then it's probably getting to other places as well. At least we'd want to kind of like vacuum gap it. What you doing there? Come on, Stinky. Build it. Alright. This opens. Let's dig out this now. And then afterwards we'll seal up this. Priority 8 on these. Pause. What's going on? Oh, the lag. Okay. We are going to now say insulated tile ceramic. Boom, boom. With priority 8. Active if above, I don't know, 5. Close the door. And then we'll just clear out some of this area here. The priority is on getting these built. This should work, right? If I open this door, this level will rise. It's rising right now. This process is working. Yeah, and then let's just go ahead and clear out some space here. Actually, we don't need to do that. Dig out a little bit of area for our oil to settle. That way we can use this a little bit more effectively. I guess it doesn't really matter. We could just set this to below. Open this up. So this should start rising, right? Okay, cool. Have this closed for now. Let's just go ahead and replace this now. I think we're good to go on that. Deconstruct right here with priority 8. Drain out the remainder of this crude oil right here, and then let's replace this base, tile, obsidian. Yeah, let's just replace this. How quickly is this going to rise, though? Is it going to rise fast enough, or do I want to change this? 850. It's increasing. We'll see. Maybe this is too fast. Okay, and then we go ahead and we'll just let this sit here for a little bit. That way this oil can go down into here. What's our temperature looking like here? So this is heating up. Good. It'll start cooking this crude oil. 97.3, 97.4. Okay. Well, the system is going, and we'll see how well it fares. And I think in the next episode we'll focus a little bit more on doing our space stuff. Okay, I'm going to cut things here, and I will catch you guys next time.